We actually found Sovereign online. All the rehabs that we were looking at in Alaska, they were not really an option. You know, they were all in hospitals and stuff like that. And so I actually typed in, rehabs in warm places. And this one came up, and then we took a look at it and decided this is where I needed to go. Before I came in here, I actually got a OUI, operating under the influence of multiple drugs, and because of that, I was hospitalized, and I decided that I really needed to change my life. I was going down, 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 down. Even after I got my OUI, I still continued to use. And so my grandparents suggested that I go into rehab, and I decided it was a good idea, so I decided to come down. This program has a lot to offer when it comes to, groups, equine therapy, regular therapy. It's a great environment right next to the beach. We go to the beach every morning. There's physical activity. We get to go to the gym. So just kind of a combination of all the things that the program offered really made me want to come here. Well, when I first got in, I was really, really nervous. I was thinking that, to be honest, California, I was picturing like LA and a whole bunch of gangsters, and so I thought I was going to be walking into a house full of gangbangers. But when I got in, I had a really good group of guys in my house, and after about an hour and a half there, I was just busting up laughing because they're hilarious. And so coming to the center the next day, granted it was intake, so it wasn't necessarily the best, but eventually kind of just realized got into the swing of things, and yeah, I ended up really liking it. When I came to the program, there were a couple things that I really wanted to work on and that I was expecting to get from it. I have a lot of issues in my past with my family, mental health issues when it comes to depression, anger, anxiety, and bipolar disorders. So I wanted to work on those, and at the same time work on my drug addiction. I wanted to be able to come out and be able to handle that. And so far all those expectations have been met. I'm happy with myself, which is really one of the biggest things that I've learned since I came here. And as well as the fact that, when it comes to my sobriety, that is literally the most important thing in my life, because I can't function as a person and I can't love other people and do good for them if I'm under the influence. So this program it's really helped me with that. It's been 82 days sober, and it's the longest period of sobriety that I've had in the past 5 years, and I'm only 19, so it's been great. The house that I stayed in, Buck House, without a doubt, in my personal opinion, the best house that's here. We had great house managers, Janelle, Randy, all of them. They were just fantastic. The group of kids that I came in with were absolutely awesome. Just totally off the wall, playing sports every morning. I hadn't laughed at like 6 o'clock in the morning before in my entire life, I think. And I wake up and, just laughing from 6 until 10 every single day. And so that was really great. They were all they were focused on sobriety. And that definitely helps. So before I came down here, I thought that I could never be friends with somebody that was sober because they all seemed so boring and there was just nothing that they had to offer for me. So coming down here and finding out that you can really have a blast with sober friends and that I can get along with people that are sober, really eye-opening and actually helped a lot. My therapist is amazing. He is awesome. He's definitely, he pushed me a lot while I was here, making me do a presentation, which was really cool. Got to speak in front of the whole center, and it was awesome. When it comes to issues, I like how he made me do the things that I didn't want to do. and it ended up benefiting me in the long run, making me talk about, my family, my dad, the kind of the core roots of my addiction. And so by handling that, he actually helped me not only with my addiction, but also with my mental health issues all at the same time. So it was really cool. The staff here, I'm going to have a great case manager. The house managers are awesome. The nurses and the intake ladies are all, total dolls. They're all really cool. Been really on the ball. When I first got here, it was a little difficult, a little understaffed, but they've definitely stepped it up. They hired a bunch of new people, and so now it's running a lot more smooth, and it's been much better. It's probably a tie. Equine therapy was actually really, really great. It was a cool experience because I honestly, but when going in there, I had no idea what it was going to be like, and it was cool, seeing the horse kind of mimic your own emotions and figuring out how you're feeling that day without you even knowing it. It's an amazing experience, and I liked how it was your own process. There was no wrong or right answer to what was going on. It was, kind of your interpretation of the whole thing, and it allowed you to kind of, it was really your own mind telling you what was wrong, and so that was really cool. The other one that I really liked is there's a special group that we do with Charles, it's not a group that you want to go to if you aren't really into sobriety. But if you're serious about it, Charles does it twice a week. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's a very deep group. Being taught my whole life that you're not supposed to show emotions as a guy, and you come into Charles's group and you leave and you're just bawling every single time. Hearing people share stuff that they aren't really comfortable to share in other groups, and it's a pretty enlightening and amazing experience, and afterwards you feel so much better. It's cool. Typical day in treatment, we wake up at 6 in the morning. By 6:30 we take our morning meds. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we do urine tests, and then after that we start getting ready. Everybody cooks breakfast, so we have huge breakfasts every morning. Right after everybody gets ready, we actually go to the beach every single morning, play basketball, swim before we come to the center. Then we get to the center and go through groups, and then we have lunch at 12:30 now. After lunch, it's back to groups, and then by 3:30 you're back home. When we get home, everybody is kind of chilling, hanging out. We go to AA or NA meetings 6 times a week, so that's really cool. And on weekends, we have our outings that we get to go to, movies, boomers, all kinds of cool places, the zoo. So yeah, it's a normal day. Sobriety is something that, you really have to want. It's kind of a twofold thing. You really have to want your sobriety. And if I was going to tell somebody something, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And it really applies, you hear everybody with that cliche, you're only going to, get what out of it when you put into it. But it actually applies. If you're here and you're present every single day and you're working the program, and you're actually thinking about it, you're going to your AA, NA meetings, participating, sharing in groups, it helps. It actually, the program actually works. So yeah, that's my advice. Come here and focus, It's easy to get distracted. There's a lot of people here that aren't here for the right reasons, and you can't let them drag you down. You can, be friends with them, but kind of keep them at a distance, because it's a selfish process, You have to work on you the whole time you're there, and if you're focusing on somebody else, or even like a family member, it's going to distract you, and you're not going to be able to put 100% into your recovery. So yeah, just put 100% into it, and you'll be able to do it.